Welcome to BUNIYAAD podcast by Dr. Monica Nagpal. We did not inherit this world like this. Then how can we give this to our next generation in this form? We need to reflect mindfully on our core values and make conscious efforts towards protecting the planet and also achieve all sustainable development goals. With BUNIYAAD, I, Monica Nagpal, will bring to fore sustainability champions who are striving to bring back harmony with the nature and also dignity of each life. Namaskar दोस्तों. Today again we are here with another episode of BUNIYAAD, laying the foundation of sustainable living. And we have today with us Odette. The name itself is so wonderful. And she's done it. No, I take her name as Odette means do it. So she has already done it. She is an environmental and sustainability change maker. Welcome, Odette, to the BUNIYAAD show.
Thank you very much, Monica, for having me on your show. It's my pleasure to be here.
Wonderful. We are honored to have you here. The way you are actually being a change maker, especially in Bangalore, I can see it is amazing. I will now ask you to please introduce yourself.
I can't see you suddenly, so let me just get you back on my screen. Yes, I've got you back on my screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to introduce myself, I have been called various things from the plastic madam to the spitting auntie, actually the no spitting auntie, to a host of such nicknames. Because of my aim, I think essentially I go by the definition of environment and sustainability change maker to bring change for a beautiful Bharat, for a greener planet. Yeah. So I have been a soft skills trainer, behavior change professional in the corporate world for my first 15, 20 years of career. And the last 10 years, I have tried to focus to bring change, social change for a better environment and a better country. So we can all be more proud of our country.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And how you have shifted gears is a journey to really unfold, which we are going to do now. Yeah. So I will ask you now, that what is that brought you into this field? Like, how did sustainability strike you?
Yeah. So I'll give you two stories. One going back to 2003 or 4, maybe it's more than 20 years, where I used to drive every second day down that street to go to the client where I was a consultant. And I would reach that particular junction. Before the junction, there was this huge pothole. Huge, matlab it was narrow. So dur se nahi dikhta, but it was deep. So suddenly the tire would go kadak, and I would go past it and say, kuch na kuch karna chahiye. By the time I would reach my client, I would be there full day. My return was through another route. So, you know when I would next think about it the next time?
Yes.
2 din baad when I went again.
Yes, yes.
And this went on maybe for 3 months. And then one day I had this thought that imagine I know it, and it's daytime and still I go into it. And a person, a two-wheeler at night going into this, it could be fatal. That was such a chilling thought for me. The same day I came back, that time our Times of India used to have a reader's grievance column. Those days, no photo, phone and all that. I went and I wrote the location in an email, which took me 5 minutes to write. Okay, that was a Thursday. Tuesday, when I went again, the pothole had been filled. I have no doubt it was because of that email of mine. Because how something which for 3 months didn't happen, ho gaya. Okay? But that opened my eyes, the need for individual action, not to sit back and say, somebody else will do. Na?
Yes,
this is the thing of what can I do? Yeah.
Actually.
I was just looking for my bookmark to show you where I use the be the change. If you see this.
Yes.
Can you see the logo? So I started a volunteer group in 2015. I co-founded it. It was called Beautiful Bengaluru. And BE of both the words, became
Yeah.
the change, which means what can I do?
Yes.
We are all experts at grumbling. I have to confess, I too have done my share of grumbling. Government ye nahi karta, ye wo nahi karta.
Right. Right.
And then I realized this is all negative energy. How can I channel it to positive action? And that has coded my journey over the years, that what can I do, even if it's not my job? Okay, that is the first sort of incident. The second one is in 2018. I was driving, I think where you are in Delhi. I was driving.
Hyderabad. I'm in
Acha, you're
Hyderabad.
in Hyderabad. I got
Yes.
confused that you're in Delhi. I was
Yes.
driving, it was the northwest of Delhi, and I
Mhm.
had lived there by then for about 10, 12, 10 years earlier and 2 years. I was driving and I saw this in the distance, this mountain range coming up. और
Hmm.
मैंने सोचा तो I don't recall कौन सा mountain range है. My geography was always bad. I got closer, the mountain range got bigger. Then we took a left turn, and then I could see it. It was a
The
mountain of
land.
ash,
Yeah.
Bhalswa
Yeah.
landfill. It
Yeah.
was such a shock to me, and I felt guilty because from 1986 to 97, almost 96, I lived there, and I gave my kachra in that black plastic bag tied up and given, because that's what we knew then. And so 10 years of one bag a day of kachra was there on that landfill. And it shook me that, oh my gosh, I did it out of ignorance. So let me make other people aware. I was going
Right.
to drop my daughter at her hostel, which was 30 kilometers away from there. That was in 2018, June it was. In November 20 to 30th of that year, the Balswa landfill burned continuously for 10 days. And all the students had to come with masks out. This was before COVID, when we didn't know about masks, nobody
Yes.
possessed
Yes.
masks.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And that sight of, so when I do talks, I will share that picture of you, my daughter with you, my daughter with her mask. To me,
Hmm.
that was like, it's come full circle. ये सब मेरा कचरा ही है, मेरा कचरा चल रहा है. What can I do to change things? So that's
Absolutely.
the
This
other thing
is
where it, yeah.
Yeah, this is so, so important today, what you have told us, that we are blinded. No, we are absolutely blinded of what is happening around us. And we are not even caring about whatever, unless it comes to us. No, unless it comes to us, we are not even understanding the consequences of what is happening around us.
Yeah.
And these two stories, I'm sure so many people would have gone past these potholes or would have seen those landfills, but they are still oblivious to any action to be taken regarding any of those things. So kudos to you that you are what you are doing today, and really thank you for bringing about this kind of an awareness. So now I would ask you now that to give us more about your organization or whatever you are doing today, and what is the kind of impact that is creating.
Yeah. So the first thing we jumped into with the name Beautiful Bengaluru at the time, we are today called Beautiful Bharat. I'll talk about what changed between 2015 and now it's 2024. So that's a long time.
Yes.
So when we started off, I came back to Bangalore to live here after maybe it was 8 years. And
Mm.
I honestly felt the city had deteriorated. It had lost its green cover, which
Mm.
continues to rapidly go. We saw waste everywhere, street corners, empty plots. Fires were burning. People would burn waste. And I must tell you this, when I came back in 2015, I lived overlooking the by now infamous Belandur Lake. You'd have heard of it, the lake that
Right,
was on
right.
fire, right?
Yeah.
I lived overlooking the lake at the time. We had a buffer zone between us and the lake. And every few hours, we had to rush to close the windows. Queue, people were coming to burn kachra. So
Mm.
it was, I don't like the smell of smoke. I feel very, it does something to my respiration. And that is what made me do a deep dive to understand kaun fake rahe, kyun fake raha, why are they giving it like this? Why did they not give it the way they were supposed to give? First of all, they didn't even know how they're supposed to give. The
Yes.
गाड़ी नहीं आया ये सब, and that is how I did a deep dive. I got involved with our municipality BBMP, making sure if somebody, so I started simple things like creating WhatsApp groups, connecting with the vendors. नहीं आया तो ठीक है, don't throw it, we'll come, somebody will come. And I think
Mm.
that's how I started with first trying to solve it at the citizen level. People are facing problems. Then I started seeing all that's going wrong. I could see the male workers picking sanitary napkins which have not been wrapped, diapers. I felt that dignity of the work that these people do is not there. They are doing so much of mixed waste. And while I lived in Gurgaon till 2015, I have to confess, I gave my waste every day segregated. Dry waste alag karke, wet waste I gave it. But I gave it out separately to make myself feel I'm not giving.
I've done the job. Yes,
But
yes.
outside, no, I didn't have any choice at that time. Uske baad leke they were mixing it.
Yeah.
Since 2015, thankfully, I think 2016, 17 is when the SWM rules came, 15, 16, when is the awareness came, segregation, all of that. And it has become my, you can say, my life's duty, my calling, my passion. Kuch bhi conversation mein, I'm walking on the road, I meet a friend, party mein jayega, wedding, kahan bhi jaoge, it all comes back to waste. So this is what somebody gave yesterday, not to me.
Yeah.
And the
Yes.
reason I have kept it, I will wait for this rose to dry. And I will use it as a demo to explain. So tell me what you think about the rose. Rose
Yes.
तो beautiful है ना?
Beautiful है ना? हाँ,
What do you
बिल्कुल
have
है.
to say? हाँ.
हाँ,
पर
रोज
problem
तो
क्या है?
ब्यूटीफुल ही रहेगा. द प्रॉब्लम तो जो ऊपर जो प्लास्टिक है वो है ना. द रियल प्रॉब्लम इज दैट प्लास्टिक ऑन द रोज which will be
बिल्कुल,
just thrown.
बिल्कुल. So most people are not even aware that this is banned. Most people, after they get it, so they will keep it for one day. They will throw it like this only. They will not
Yeah, they will not
remember
even
or
do
even
it.
realize.
Yeah, correct.
First step, I won't blame them. They're not even aware that they are supposed to do that. So that is where I try to bring the awareness. So our volunteer group page is Beautiful Bharat. So those on Instagram, you can look at Beautiful Bharat.org. So I use occasions to bring up important messages. So tell me, what is the best occasion to talk about roses?
Valentine Day, it just happened.
Perfect. 14th of February is the day to
Yes.
talk about roses.
Yes.
So in February, my theme becomes Valentine's Day. So we have a monthly calendar, and I will just show you the February one, which is about, let me say, I do to green. And in this process, we are making people realize that's what our calendar says.
Yeah.
Say I do to green. So right through the fortnight before that, we are talking about this is not okay. Giving them options ki instead of this, what should your florist use?
Correct. Correct.
Apart from this, the other problem is NWPP, which many people are not even aware is a banned item.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, so I have an NWPP bag here, this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are trying to create awareness, what to use, what not to use. Good, bad, better, if you look at it that way, or bad, better, best.
Yes.
And disposal, if you dispose bouquets as mixed waste, it goes to landfill and that generates methane. So if you talk of your SDGs climate action, the first step
Climate,
is
yeah, absolutely. Solid
next
waste
time you
management.
give flowers, please ditch the plastic. और florist को नहीं पता है तो please educate him. We have put out amazing posters with visuals. So there's a set of posters which has what are the things one shouldn't use. I have a hard copy of the poster. I can just lift it up for you. So we have a set. People can access this poster. So the plastic, like I showed, the silver foil shiny wala,
Yeah.
and NWPP. What is better is paper, newspaper, crepe paper, gift paper. What is best is anything reusable. Can you believe ye pink wala? It is tailor scrap which they were throwing away.
Right.
So,
Right.
so that is what my purpose and through campaigns. So we started as a volunteer group, as I said, for focusing on cleaner public spaces. We started with litter at our Lal Bagh flower show, where we usually, that time it used to be 5 lakh footfall. Now it has become 10 lakh footfall. People come to see the flowers, but at the end of the day, the roads are full of litter. And
Yes.
what process we have managed to achieve working with the Department of Horticulture, cut out all those things which create trash. Na? तो ऐसे वाला, people don't even know this is a banned item.
Yeah.
Momo, if you take Momo, they will give you in this. All these banned items come into our homes. This also has plastic lining.
Yes,
So
yes, yes, yes.
anything which has plastic lining is banned. So I try to create awareness. So at Lal Bagh, for example, we got out all the banned items. We went one step better to say no mineral bottles, carry your own bottles,
Bottles,
and
yes.
there is water for refill. So the sustainability mantras are carry your own bottle, carry your own bag. Wherever you go, acha, many people think, परवाह नहीं, ये plastic cup नहीं है, paper cup है.
नहीं है, नहीं है.
So those of us who are involved in waste management are aware. Those who
Yes.
are not involved, you can see this is plastic.
Plastic.
And if you put chai in it, the chai will not spill out of this hole, but the chai will stay in the paper cup only because of that plastic lining. And this is really harmful to the environment because mostly it will not get recycled. Acha, IRCTC has now started putting eco-friendly cups, recyclable. They have printed it on their cups. But virtually none of these cups get recycled. So to all of us, if we want to live sustainable lives, cut out any single use from our lives.
Absolutely.
And carry your own. My favorite gift. तो हम सबको gift देना पड़ता ना. So don't give, my suggestion is give gifts which are meaningful. My
Yes.
favorite kind of gifts are, this is the collapsible steel glass. People from abroad, they love this. Only
Wow.
caution, if you have this, अच्छा से pull करो. Once I didn't pull it tight और चाय के साथ ऐसे गया. I always give this caution.
I love you, Odette. I love you. I love you the way you have brought all the props in the interview. None of us have done that before. None of my interviews had this kind of a prop show which you have brought out today. Amazing, amazing, and big clap for you. What you're doing is impeccable. Amazing. So really, viewers, if you see the passion that she has, if we could just get 1% of that kind of a passion which this lady has, I can really sure that we can do wonders. No, we can really do wonders for our next generation. Whatever we had, we had. But for the next generation, we have to leave a planet which is more clean, more safe, and more green. So that is what Udit is trying to tell us, that she has been able to bring about a change. A single woman with that one pure thought, she was able to bring about that change in her environment. She started to collaborate, collect the teams, and now she has a big team for herself where she is able to bring about this change in a more systematic way around her. So now, practical tips already she has given us so many. I'm sure you would have all taken it down. But still, if you think we can ask a few more practical tips from her, she's ready for that.
So I wanted to carry one more thing to show you. I thought I put it here. So I'm drinking watermelon juice. It's the season of watermelon. And the advantage is you don't have the Tetra pack, which again generates waste. So to all the people listening, I think the biggest problem our planet is facing is we are consuming too many resources and we are also generating too much waste. How can we consume less? So I came up with this phrase, use less, reuse more. I came up with this phrase in the context of water in 2017, where I came up with the framework of how can we save water. I live in Bangalore. I can't but not talk about the water shortage, which has hit so badly today.
Absolutely,
This
absolutely.
year,
It is
everyone is
all
talking.
over the papers. Yeah, it is all over the
Yes.
place that how
Yes.
Karnataka is facing a lot of water shortage.
Yes.
Yes.
What I want to share with your viewers, a secret. Okay, guess how much water I use to take a bath daily.
I will not tell because I've already.
You already know, right? So I use 3 mugs of water. If I'm not washing my hair, if I'm washing my hair, I use 6 mugs. हाँ, my hair is not long, तो उसका advantage है. And please let me promise you, I don't smell. कुछ
Yes.
लोग बोलते हैं कि हाँ, I can also you do with 1 mug, पर बहुत बास आएगा. No, there is no smell. And the reason is I grew up in Chennai during our water shortages. We had to learn to bathe with 1 mug of water. I am from a big family of 7 children. So 9 of us in the house in water shortage in Chennai. So I had to learn to live. So I have a series of articles. I can share them with you, Monica.
Yeah,
I will
sure.
put them in my bio also.
Yes, please.
Give tips of saving water, but again coming with the use less, reuse more philosophy. So the campaigns I run through Beautiful Bharat, we have shifted away from just litter, but sustainability campaigns. What can everyone do in their home? तो ठीक
Yeah.
है, I have eaten watermelon. Watermelon करने के बाद कचरा अगला दिन कैसे होगा?
Hmm.
So much will be there because watermelon, that rest of the thing,
Huge. Yeah, volume, lot of volume
it has a lot
generated.
of volume. And the problem is if you put it in compost, I compost, right? I'm a zero waste person, I compost. वो भी ज्यादा पानी देता है and it takes a bit longer. If you put it in your wet waste, it takes a bit of volume. So during COVID in May 2020, we were discussing this on our volunteer group. That time all the services were, all the services were impacted, right? Waste pickup and all.
Yes, yes, yes.
There was one lady on a group who said, I don't throw away my watermelon, that white part. We don't throw away. Kya karta hai? She said, she grinds it along with 1 cup of soaked rice, just leaves it and makes instant dosa.
Oh,
It
wow.
was such a lovely idea. All of us tried. It came out perfectly. So
Wow.
on our page, if you see 1st or 2nd of every month, we now have a campaign, Treasures from Trash 2.0.
Wow.
Every month we come up with what can you do with things that people normally throw and consider waste. So watermelon, after that, I can never throw. First, so this is what I have made today. This is what I was yelling out for my daughter to bring it. So आप देख सकते हैं, this is jam made
Wow.
out of the watermelon, which I just had the juice of. So not
Okay.
only is it zero waste juice, I'm not putting this into my composter or in the wet waste. More and more so, from across the country, we are now getting recipes for this. Matar
Wow.
ka chilka, is it still matar season in North, I think, na?
Yeah, yeah.
Matar ka chilka, somebody from Pune sent in a recipe.
No, no, that to my nani used to make such delicious vegetable out of that matar ka chilka, turai ka chilka. Everything, every chilka is usable.
Very good. So this is what my aim is. More and more people should start. It is only in our nani's time, dadi's time.
That
By
is
the
why
time our
we had
parents,
no waste actually, because there was
exactly.
no plastic, so
Yes,
nothing was going to waste.
yes.
All these things were not, and whatever
Whenever we went to the shop, we carried our bag.
bags, yes,
And I don't know
hanky, we
how
had a
many of you,
hanky.
I have all the children going to school. We used to pin it like this, na?
Actually, we had a
And
hanky,
and
beautiful
we have
hanky.
not got out of that habit. I think you also, wherever
I also
go.
carry. I carry my own hankies still today.
Yes,
Absolutely. So
yes.
this is what
So
if we are going back to our generations,
yes,
1 or 2 generations back, and there were no plastics, there was no
yes.
place where you used to throw like this, there were no landfills which were there, because we generated less, we consumed less, and we generated less waste. That was the
Exactly
important.
that. Use less and reuse more. This is
Yes,
exactly what I believe.
yes,
And I
yes.
would like this also to help people to understand. So I will make this available. Which
Yeah,
are the kind of bags which are not okay? What are the alternatives? Each and everything is covered here because actually a lot of people are not aware of what is okay. So even
absolutely.
around Republic Day and Independence Day, we run a campaign against balloons, plastic flags. And when my children were small, I confess I used balloons because I didn't know they are bad for the environment. I didn't know that if a child swallows a balloon fragment, it is instant choking to death. If you just Google, you will,
Also, that we even if we use balloons, we didn't use 100 balloons.
yeah,
We use at least
yes,
2, 3, 4, 5 balloons. Not the whole house was filled with balloons.
bilkul,
No,
yeah,
so overconsumption is actually creating a lot of
yes,
nuisance.
yes. So if people look at our page, Beautiful Bharat org, month by month there are campaigns. Now, today is the 6th of March. तो 8th को क्या है?
Women's Day hai.
Women's Day. So there will be thousands of these roses again. So
Again.
today, since morning, I am sending out on all the groups, especially corporates, RWAs, whoever are giving roses, please make sure ditch the plastic.
Yes.
That is the consistent message.
Amazing.
So we use any excuse. I look for an excuse. होली आ रहे तो ठीक है, थूकने के बारे में निकालो एक. This year we have to do about water
colors
because
also, the colors, no, all the colors will go into the drain. And
yes,
again, it
yes,
will be all polluting the
Yes.
whole water. Already the water is in shortage, and you put colors, and then you wash those colors, polluting the
Yes.
water again.
Yes. One thing I wanted to quickly pull in, I told you our group changed the name from Beautiful Bengaluru to Beautiful Bharat. So 2016, 17, 18, we were very actively working on through our we are a volunteer group, not an NGO. Busy people, teachers, corporate executives, from different walks of life who all agree, let's do something for our city.
Yeah.
Then we realized when COVID came in March 2020, I was washing my hands at my kitchen window and I looked out and I saw a man spitting. And I said, oh my gosh, here we are washing so much, taking so much care, sanitizer, mask, all this. Somebody is spitting, government has not said anything. So March 16th, through Beautiful Bengaluru, as we were known then, I took out a petition called Restrict Coronavirus, Make Spitting Punishable. It went viral, crossed 40,000 in 3 weeks. And that resulted in spitting becoming punishable in that first guidelines of April 15th.
Very good.
So my aim is that every pawn shop, every local shop should have no spitting. I can say no spitting. Please don't spit in 14 languages. We have a poster about that. So all viewers, if you think, ha, ye badi gandi aadat hai, we have to stop this. My Hindi is not great. Ganda aadat, gandi aadat. I don't know, but the message goes.
That's fine. That's
But
fine.
I really wish everyone, if we want to be proud of our country, we want foreigners who come here to say, what a beautiful, we don't want to say beautiful country, but filthy. We want them to just say beautiful country. We want everyone to feel proud of our country.
Yes,
Everyone wants to get good Swachh Bharat ranking. So the simple things we tell people, if you see litter, ask the person who's littering to pick it up, yourself pick it up.
Yes.
Yourself don't litter.
This is the part of Odette is sharing all the practical tips. All the practical tips and also a message. Her every word is a message. So I'm not asking a different question for her to share a message. She's also giving all the messages. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my message to each person is look beyond just your family and your home. I was guilty of that for first 10, maybe in my 20s, I only looked for my, let's say my career, my 30s, my family. That's when I started in my 40s looking around and I realized that there's so much to be done. And that's when I shifted from the corporate world to, give back to society, bringing my expertise as a behavior change professional to drive social change. So the things we can influence in our own homes, reduce the waste that we do have, strictly segregated, no mixed waste, please. No littering on the streets. We don't do it. But when we see somebody littering or spitting, what do? We turn away because especially spitting, lightning and thunder, I think first the sound comes, first the light comes, sound comes उसके बाद.
Yes.
Spitting में उल्टा है. पहले sound आते हैं तो अच्छा this person is going to spit. By the time he spits, we have managed to tune it out. बहुत बड़ी गंदी है. The time has come not to tune it out, to say अरे भाई थूकना नहीं. Joke about it. Pichkari क्यों मार रहे? This I attribute to one of our teammates, Lalitamba. So if we bring in humor, we are setting expectations for cleaner cities, healthier cities. It will become a prouder nation.
Absolutely.
So this is very simple for everyone to play an active role in your own home. Reduce the kachra. You want recipes? Contact me on Instagram by my own name also, Odette Kartak. I am on Instagram.
Wonderful, wonderful. This was a marathon. I must say this was a marathon of a Buniyad talk today. I'm so glad that we met and you are here sharing your beautiful and amazing insights. So that it was really wonderful. Thank you so much. And audience, if you're listening and if you resonate with her and if you have your own story to tell, you want to share your part of what you are doing, please connect with me and you can be my next guest here. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful.
My privilege. And to everyone out there, if you think, oh, this is one mad lady, I'm so happy. Connect me with people through whom I can share my campaigns in different cities, schools.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
absolutely. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Namaste.
Monica, for having me, and to all the viewers.
Thank you. Namaste.
Yeah.